Hey, everybody, welcome to Paranormal 411. We're going to do a little show for you today. David, you there?
I am here
Oh, yeah. So,
climbing up some mountains.
today we're going to do a little story about the ghost of Chickamauga. What do you think, David?
I we've been kind of talking about this for a while, but I'd like to go there and see if we could ever investigate or something. Because I think wasn't it like the second bloodiest battle of the Civil War that happened there?
It was either the second or the first.
Right.
Um, it was one of the biggest ones I know in the state of Tennessee or
Right.
Georgia.
Yeah.
Before we get into the story, though, let's remember Legends and Lore Pizzeria down there in
Yes.
Madisonville. Go see Eddie and Susan and the crew for some great food. And that's in Madisonville,
Absolutely.
Tennessee.
And Eddie has some awesome stories to tell, so definitely ask him about those stories.
Oh, yeah. Also, if you hear any music on the show, that's by Catalyst, East Tennessee. Where can we find them?
You can find them on Bandcamp, but you could also come to paranormal411.org. And right there on our first page, you could see a link and you could click on that link and it'll go straight to their Bandcamp page.
Is it Bandcamp or Band Lab?
Might be Band Lab. I think it used to be one or the other. Bandcamp. It might be Band Labs now because I think it was Bandcamp. But yeah, I think you're right because Bandcamp kept changing the link like every week or so. The link didn't go nowhere again, and you'd have to redo it again and again and again. So
Yeah.
I think it is Band Labs.
Okay. So we want to welcome everybody to today's episode of Paranormal 411. We're going to be exploring one of the most mysterious and haunting tales from American history, uh, the ghost of Chickamauga. And for those of you that don't know, Chickamauga is a town in Georgia. It's real close to Tennessee border, right?
Yeah, it's
I mean,
almost right on the
a
border.
stone's throw,
Yeah.
and it's full of Civil War history. It was the site of one of the biggest battles in the state with Union and Confederate forces um, clashing in September of 1863. And to this day, it's said that the ghosts of these soldiers still haunt the area. Have you ever been through there?
I have not. I mean, I don't think I have. I mean, I've been on 24 through Chattanooga, and then I've been on 75 south. Going towards like Florida and stuff like that. But I don't think I've ever really been through Chickamauga at all.
Hmm. I know we went down there and you drive through the park. It's like a park. Uh, and on the side of the roads, they have monuments where the encampments were. It's
Wow.
pretty neat. You can get out and go looking around and everything. Then they got this big, like museum that you can go see film and some kind of film about it, and it's pretty neat.
Huh, that'd be cool.
And I don't think it cost a dime.
Really.
Yeah. So, what's the truth behind this legend? Is there any solid evidence of a haunting? And what is it about this particular battlefield that made it such a magnet for ghost stories? What do you think?
Man, I think when you have that much energy in a place, whether it be hatred, whatever it is, where people are killing each other in masses, like what happens there, and other major battle sites. Gettysburg is one of the best, right? I mean, you see ghost footage from there
Oh
all
yeah.
the time, and so I would think that it's weird to me that either there's not a lot of people that doing ghost investigations that go to Chickamauga or know a lot about it,
Hmm.
or what, because you really don't see a whole lot. At least I haven't really seen a whole lot of stuff that's out there about it.
I've seen a few things, but not a lot. Uh, I do know
Right.
that there was over 34,000 soldiers that were killed, wounded, or missing,
Wow.
and it was sort of the turning. It was a turning point in the war. I think I have
Man.
seen like some ghosts uh, on video that it's more like a residual
Yeah.
where you can see
Uh,
them with their guns or riding their horses or stuff like
right.
that.
So kind of like what they see at Gettysburg and stuff
Right.
like that. Then it's companies of men, or you'll hear a cannon go off, or hear someone shout fire, and just different things like that.
Yeah, I know some people that has heard the gunshots and stuff down there. It's not that far from
Yeah.
here. It's about an hour,
I know we need to go
hour and a
sometime.
half.
We need to go sometime. I
Hmm.
mean, it's that close, and yet we've never gone.
So the Union forces had been pushing towards Georgia, hoping to take key cities like Chattanooga. Uh,
Yep.
but they were met with fierce opposition from the Confederates. The battle was fought in a dense woodland areas and involved close range combat. Um, Close range combat with soldiers, and sometimes they fought hand to hand. And as you might imagine, this left a lot of dead and wounded on the battlefield.
Hmm.
Yeah. So the wounded, cried out for help as they lay dying, with neither side able to get close enough to tend to them. It's said that some of these cries can still be heard on quiet nights around Chickamauga.
That'd be eerie, wouldn't it?
That would. Mm. But it's not just the screams of the dying that have made this battlefield famous. In fact, it's said that there are a whole host of ghostly apparitions that roam the area. And one of the most famous of these ghosts of Chickamauga itself, according to legend, this is the ghost of a Confederate soldier who was killed in the battle. His body was never recovered, leaving him to wander the area for all eternity. I think I've
Hmm.
heard that story.
Yeah. Isn't there a story of red eyes too?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think that orbs and everything. Yeah, there's all kinds of stories.
Yeah.
There are reports of soldiers marching across the land and horses galloping through the undergrowth and orbs that dance around in the trees. And a lot of people that go there, they feel a strange sense of dread, which you probably would, knowing how many people died there.
That's right. What all happened there? I mean, I would think that the land would be painted almost.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a pretty big area too. I mean, to be able to drive through it, and but it's got some nice monuments in there you can look at, and I don't know if you can. I wonder if you can like metal detect on that kind of land.
You can't.
Didn't think
Yeah.
so.
Uh, Eddie is he does metal detecting and stuff, and he knows a bunch of people that are in some clubs and stuff. And they said that battlefields, it's actually federal law. You can't do it if you get caught even with a metal detector in your vehicle.
Hmm.
You might as well be get uh, get caught poaching. Um, and same thing in any federal land. So any like going to the Great Smoky Mountains or anything like that, you get caught with a metal detector, you're in some serious hot water.
Hmm. Yeah, I'd say so. Um, One of the stories in 2017, a group of ghost hunters captured video footage of what they claimed was a Civil War soldier on a battlefield. The figure was seen walking through the trees wearing a Confederate uniform and carrying a rifle.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's paranormal.
So that goes along with the same thing that they see at Gettysburg then, and I would think that that's what you would see,
Yeah,
a lot of that stuff, and like you were saying earlier, Jason, I think it would be mostly residual. It would just be what was imprinted upon the land and everything at the time when it was going on. People scared, people just whatever, and every bit of that just gets transferred and imprinted on the land, and it just replays.
yeah, yeah. I mean, something that bloody and that horrendous, it's going to leave a lot of energy.
Yes, yeah. I would definitely love to go and be able to see some of that activity.
I'd say just walking through the woods can give you like cold chills and stuff.
Probably it'll show how sensitive you really are, I think.
Yeah. Um, I think that's about it on this little short podcast. I got some short ones.
Yeah.
We hope you
Well, I
enjoyed it.
mean, I think that these battlefields and stuff like that are notorious for being haunted,
Yeah.
and to know we've really got one that's less than 2 hours away from the house. Um, it's pretty fascinating, and
Hmm.
I would like to know like any surrounding little towns or anything, because um, so other battlefields have that thing where some of these other surrounding towns where men may have been staying or just whatever also report a lot of activity.
Right. We have that here in Loudon, the unknown soldiers or unknown soldier. Have you seen that?
Yeah, yeah, over there by the courthouse.
No, no. This is Civil War. It's down by the railroad tracks. Um, as you're going like towards Philadelphia.
Uh-huh.
You know where those trailers set on the side of the road? It's like a
Yeah,
little trailers. Well, there's a
yeah.
road right past that you can take, and as soon as you turn on it, there's railroad tracks, and over to the side there's a grave marker of an unknown Confederate
Really?
soldier. Yeah, it's pretty wild.
That shows that there was skirmishes and stuff that was happening all the way from, say, the Loudon area, probably all the way down to Chickamauga. Probably little skirmishes that happened here and there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was one there in Philadelphia and one at the railroad bridge too.
Right.
It's pretty wild, the history we
It
have
is.
here.
Yeah, I love the history of everything that's up through that area because for the longest time where Fort Loudon actually sat was the furthest that the United States came west.
Mm.
And I've actually got a book on that at the house. Um, and it's by gosh darn it, what's his name? The guy that used to do the Heartland series,
Bill Landry.
Bill Landry. Yeah. I got to meet him a few years ago when we went to the Cherokee Fall Festival that we like to go to every year.
Mm-hmm.
The one that they have over there at the over by the Fort Loudon,
Right.
and met him there and got to talk to him, and I bought that book from him and stuff, and it's pretty fascinating when you start really seeing the history of the area. And the Cherokee had quite a few settlements from there all the way down the Tennessee River, all the way to Chattanooga and stuff.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, you get to really get more of a feeling for the area that you live in.
Yeah, it's a pretty interesting place here.
Yeah,
All around Tennessee is quite, you know,
yeah,
a bit interesting.
it is a lot of history.
Yeah. We want to tell everybody that we may not have a show this Saturday. David's on the road. That's why he's on the phone right
Yeah,
now.
right.
Yeah.
I'll be staying in my truck all weekend.
On vacation.
Yeah, uh,
Um,
absolutely. And hopefully we will have one next week.
yeah.
I've got to really work it out and stuff, but I think I should have one next week.
So we hope you enjoyed this little episode about the ghost of Chickamauga. Um, the
Yes.
strange occurrences that have made this battlefield such a legend in American history. If you want to hear more of Paranormal 411, you can follow us on your favorite podcast platform.
Yes.
Also, if you got
You
any,
could also.
yeah, if you got any strange experiences of your own, we'd like to hear about them. You can reach us at info at paranormal411.org,
Yes.
or Facebook, Twitter, Instagram now, and where else?
You too.
YouTube. Leave us a message.
Yep.
We're trying to get on all of them. And also listen to us every Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time at WDJYFM.com in Atlanta, Georgia. That's
Yes.
big news,
If
right?
you live in Atlanta, you can listen to us on the radio, WDJYFM. And if you don't live in Atlanta, then you could go to where Jason just said, WDJYFM.com, and you could listen to us there.
Yep. So until next time, David, you got anything else?
I think you covered everything. One more thing, we do have a book,
Oh, yes.
East Tennessee Hauntings and Lore, and you can buy that on Amazon. I'll say that again. It's East Tennessee Hauntings and Lore. You can buy it on Amazon. It's a really nice little coffee table book. Definitely check it out.
Check it out.
I think
All
you'll love
right.
it.
We're going to get out here. Maybe we'll see you tomorrow sometime. We'll do another little show.
Yes, absolutely.
Going to be short, though.
Short shows.
I like them short shows.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see you later.
Have a good day.